My beloved child, I have been waiting for this exact heartbeat to speak to you. Do not turn away, and do not let the noise of the world steal this sacred second from our connection. I know you were about to scroll past, caught in the rhythm of a restless mind, but I have intercepted your path because the weight you are carrying has become too heavy for your shoulders alone. I have watched you in the silence of the night, when the only sound was the rhythm of your heavy heart and the whispers of your deepest doubts. I have seen the way you try to hold it all together during the day, wearing a mask of strength for a world that does not understand the depth of your sacrifice or the scale of your silent battles. But here in this moment, there is no need for masks. There is only me and you. I am the one who formed you in the secret place, the one who counted every hair on your head before you were even a thought in your mother's mind, and the one who has bottled every tear you have ever shed. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine appointment. This message is not a coincidence of an algorithm. It is a bridge I have built to reach into your weariness and pull you back into my light. Before I reveal the magnitude of the blessing I am preparing to pour into your life, I want you to acknowledge my presence and step out of the shadows. I want you to declare to the heavens that you are ready to listen and that your soul is open to the transformation I am about to ignite. Type "I am here, Lord," or 7007 in the comments right now, slowly, intentionally, as a quiet testimony that this moment is an appointment, not an accident. Let it be short, but let it be real. This is your first act of faith in this new season, a signal that you are no longer running, but are ready to receive. And as you do this, I invite you to remain close. Subscribe to this channel so my voice can find you again when the night is heavy and your mind is loud. So you stay under the daily bread I have prepared for your soul. Then press the like button as your gentle amen, your agreement with heaven that says, "Father, I will stay with you." Do not let this moment pass you by, for the gates of heaven are beginning to stir at the sound of your recognition, and I am about to speak directly into the core of your calling. I see the exhaustion that goes deeper than your bones, a fatigue that sleep cannot touch. I see the way your soul has felt parched like a desert, waiting for a rain that never seems to come. I have heard the questions you were too afraid to voice aloud, my forgotten. Is there a purpose to this unending pain? Why is the road so narrow and so steep for me, while others seem to walk on level ground, my precious one? I have never been closer to you than in those moments of profound isolation. When the friends you trusted walked away, I was the one standing in the gap. When the doors you knocked on remained stubbornly shut, it was my hand that held the handle, protecting you from paths that would have led to your destruction rather than your destiny. I have been your silent witness, your invisible shield, and your constant companion through every fire you have walked through. I know the sting of the betrayal you suffered, and I felt the tremor in your hands when you received the news that shook your world. Every sigh you have breathed into the darkness has reached my throne. And I am here to tell you that your season of being hidden and hurting is coming to a close. You have felt like a stranger in your own life, wandering through a wilderness that seemed to have no exit and no shade. But I want you to understand that the wilderness was never meant to be your home. It was your training ground, the place where I stripped away the unnecessary to reveal the gold within you. I allowed the silence so that you could finally learn to distinguish my whisper from the roar of the crowd. I allowed the emptiness so that I could fill you with a peace that surpasses all human understanding, a peace that cannot be shaken by the storms of the earth. You are a chosen one, and the mark of the chosen is often a path marked by fire and refinement. But look at yourself, the fire has not consumed you, and the smell of smoke is not even on your clothes. The waters have not drowned you because I was the one holding your head above the waves. you are still standing because I am the one who holds your right hand. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of your struggle and the glorious architect of your victory. As we begin this journey together today, let your heart settle into the stillness of my love. You no longer have to fight these battles in your own strength. I am taking over. I am moving the mountains you thought were immovable. I am smoothing the rugged places that have bruised your feet. Rest now in the assurance that I am exactly who I say I am. And I am about to do exactly what I promised I would do for you. I have watched you in those long, agonizing hours when the rest of the world has fallen into a peaceful slumber, leaving you alone with the echoes of your own thoughts. I was there at 3 a.m. when the darkness felt like a heavy blanket pressing against your chest, making it hard to draw a full breath. I saw you reach for your phone, looking for any sign of hope, any distraction from the void that seemed to be opening up within you. I watched as you stared at the ceiling, replaying every mistake, every what if, and every word of criticism that has ever been leveled against you. You think those tears you shed in the dark are invisible, but I have gathered every single one of them. I saw the way your shoulders shook as you tried to stifle your sobs so that no one else in the house would hear your breaking heart. I saw you wipe your eyes and try to steady your breathing, putting on that brave face, even when there was no one there to see it. My child, I was not a distant observer during those nights. I was the one sitting on the edge of your bed, whispering peace to your spirit, even when your mind was too loud to hear me. There is a specific kind of weariness that comes from being the strong one for everyone else. And I have seen the toll it has taken on your soul. I have watched you pour yourself out until you were nothing but an empty vessel, giving love time and energy to people who never stopped to ask how you were doing. I saw you stand in the kitchen in the middle of the night, staring into the dim light, feeling a loneliness so profound that it felt like a physical ache in your bones. You have felt like you are drowning in a sea of responsibilities and expectations, and you have wondered if anyone would even notice if you simply let go. I want you to know that I see the exhaustion that you cannot put into words. I see the way your spirit has become frayed at the edges from the constant friction of survival. You have been carrying a mountain that you were only ever meant to climb, and the weight of it has begun to crush the joy right out of your heart. But I am here to tell you that the season of carrying this burden alone is over. I am reaching into the darkness of your room and the darkness of your mind to bring a light that no shadow can overcome. I know the questions that haunt you when the lights go out. You wonder if this is all there is for you, a cycle of struggle, a rhythm of pain, and a future that looks just as bleak as the past. You have felt a deep, gnawing sense of being misunderstood, as if you are speaking a language that no one around you can translate. You have looked at the people in your life and felt a million miles away, even when they were standing right next to you. This isolation is not a curse, though it feels like one. It is the mark of the chosen. I have set you apart, and sometimes that setting apart feels like being cast out. But I have seen every moment of your rejection. I have seen every time you were left out of the conversation, every time your ideas were dismissed, and every time your heart was treated as if it were disposable. I have felt the sting of every cold shoulder and the burn of every lie told about you. Your pain is not a secret to me. I am the God who sees, and I am the Father who heals. I am moving now to bind up those hidden wounds that you have been hiding from the world. As I prepare to shift the atmosphere of your life, I need you to release the grip you have on your sorrow. You have lived in this state of survival for so long that you have begun to identify with your pain. But your pain is not your identity. You are my masterpiece, my beloved, and my representative on this earth. The tears you have shed have watered the soil of your character, and though you cannot see it, yet something magnificent is beginning to bloom beneath the surface. The night may have been long, and the darkness may have felt eternal, But the dawn is not just coming, it is already breaking. I am breathing new life into your weary lungs and restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. Take a deep breath right now and feel my presence surrounding you like a warm embrace. You are safe with me. You are seen by me. You are loved beyond measure by the Creator of the stars. The darkness is fading and my glory is about to be revealed in the very places where you felt most abandoned. I have watched as the people you poured your heart into turned their heels and walked away when you needed them most. I saw the look in your eyes when you realized that the loyalty you gave so freely was not a currency they intended to return. I was there when the very hands you held, the very souls you comforted during their darkest hours, became the ones to point fingers at you and whisper behind your back. You have experienced a betrayal that cuts deeper than any physical wound, a betrayal of the spirit. I saw the shock that paralyzed you when someone you called a friend, someone you shared your bread and your secrets with, treated your vulnerability like a weapon to be used against you. You felt the cold sting of being discarded after you were no longer useful to them. My child, I felt every bit of that rejection with you. I saw you sitting in rooms full of people, yet feeling completely and utterly invisible, as if your presence was nothing more than a shadow to be ignored. The world often rejects what it cannot understand, and because you carry my light within you, you have become a target for the discomfort of others. I have seen the way people look at you with a mixture of confusion and hidden resentment, simply because you do not fit into the molds they have built. You have tried to dim your light to make others comfortable. You have tried to silence your truth to keep the peace, and yet they still found reasons to exclude you. I saw you standing on the outskirts of social circles, watching others enjoy a sense of belonging that always seemed to slip through your fingers. You have asked me why you have to be so different, why you couldn't just blend in and find a simple, quiet companionship. But I want you to understand that your isolation was not a mistake. It was a sanctuary. I allowed the world to turn its back on you so that you would have no choice but to turn your face toward me. I removed the voices that were drowning out my own so that you could finally hear the frequency of my love. I know the pain of the chosen one in this modern age, where everyone is connected, yet everyone is more alone than ever. I saw you scrolling through the highlights of others' lives, feeling the sharp pang of being the one left out of the invitation, the one missing from the photo, the one forgotten in the celebration. I saw the tears you shed over the inner circle that became a wall against you. But hear me clearly, those who walked away were not taken from you. They were cleared from your path. I saw that their hearts were not equipped to handle the weight of the glory I am about to place upon your life. If they had stayed, they would have tried to claim credit for my work, or worse, they would have poisoned the harvest I am preparing for you. I protected you from the wolves in sheep's clothing who were only there to graze on your kindness. Every person who turned their back on you was actually a door I closed to keep the wrong influence out of your future. Now is the time for you to stop looking at the empty seats at your table and start looking at the one who is sitting across from you. I am the friend who sticks closer than any brother. I am the one who will never leave you nor forsake you. The world may be fickle, its love may be conditional, and its loyalty may be fleeting. But my devotion to you is as ancient as the stars and as firm as the foundations of the earth. I am vindicating you in the sight of those who mocked you. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies. Those who thought they could bury you did not realize you were a seed. They thought they were getting rid of you, but they were actually planting you into the soil of your destiny. Stand tall in your uniqueness, my precious child. Your different is your power. Your aloneness is your intimacy with me. The world turned its back so that you could see that I have always and will always have your back. I have watched as the storms of life gathered on your horizon, one after another, until it felt like the sky itself had turned against you. I saw those moments when you stood in the middle of your living room, paralyzed by the sheer volume of the chaos surrounding you. It wasn't just one thing, it was everything at once. Your finances seemed to be leaking through a sieve, your health felt fragile, and the people you relied on became sources of stress rather than support. I heard your silent cry, "How much more can I take?" I saw the way you braced yourself for the next blow, your spirit weary from the constant state of fight or flight. You felt as though you were being submerged in deep, dark waters, where the current was too strong to fight and the shore was too far to see. I want you to know that I have been the anchor holding you steady in the depths. I have been the air in your lungs when you felt you were drowning. You are being attacked from all sides because you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. But I have placed a hedge of protection around you that no enemy can breach. The fire you are walking through right now is not meant to consume you. It is meant to consume the chains that have been holding you back. I have allowed the heat to rise because there are things in your life that can only be melted away in the furnace of affliction. I am the great refiner, and I am sitting over the crucible of your life, watching the process with intense love and precision. I know exactly how much heat you can bear, and I will not let the fire be 1 degree hotter than necessary for your purification. You have wondered why the trial had to be so intense, why it had to be so personal, and why it had to last so long. It is because I am making you fireproof. I am not just bringing you out of the fire. I am making you into someone who can walk through the flames and not be burned. I am building a resilience within you that will serve as a foundation for the massive blessings I am preparing to release. You are not breaking, my child. You are being forged into a vessel of honor. I want you to pause right now and take a deep, slow breath. Can you feel it in this very moment? My peace is moving toward you like a warm tide. Close your eyes for a second and let the heat of my presence wrap around your shivering soul. I am the warmth that settles into your bones when the world feels cold and indifferent. I am the light that peered through the thickest fog. You have been running on empty for far too long, trying to solve every problem with your own intellect and fight every battle with your own limited strength. Stop. Lean back into my everlasting arms. I am the God who commands the wind and the waves, and I am saying peace be still to the storm inside your mind. Now do not let this moment stay only inside your chest. I want you to make a small, holy declaration, short but sincere, so your spirit remembers what your emotions try to forget. In the comments type, "I trust you," or "I am fireproof," and if you wish, add 1212 as a quiet seal. Let it be a soft confession that says, "Father, I will not panic in the flames." Then subscribe to this channel, so when the next wave rises or the next fire tries to roar, my word reaches you again and steadies you. This is how you stay covered day by day until your trial becomes your testimony and your fear becomes your peace. The pressure you feel is not a sign of my absence. It is the evidence of my hand pressing you into a new shape. You are being prepared to carry the weight of a glory that would have crushed the person you used to be. The waters will not overflow you, and the flames will not kindle upon you, for I am with you. Understand this: I do not give my hardest assignments to my weakest children. I have chosen you for this season because I put the strength of a lion inside your heart, even if right now you feel like a wounded lamb. The trials you are facing are the entrance exams for the next level of your destiny. Every tear you have shed in the fire has been recorded, and every prayer you have whispered from the water has been heard. I am turning your trial into a testimony that will shake the foundations of those who doubted you. You are emerging from this season with a character that is unshakable, a faith that is unbreakable, and a spirit that is unstoppable. The enemy intended for this fire to destroy you, but I am using it to decorate you. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are your credentials of victory. Hold on just a little longer, for the shore is closer than you think, and the fire is about to reveal the gold that I have placed within you. My child, I need to speak to you about a subtle shadow that has been creeping into your heart, often disguised as mere venting or being honest about your struggles. It is the trap of complaining. I hear the words that escape your lips when you are frustrated, the murmurs of, "Why is this happening again?" And nothing ever changes for me. I understand that your pain is real and your fatigue is valid. But I must warn you, complaining is a spiritual poison that numbs your faith and clouds your vision of the miracles I am working right now. When you focus solely on the lack and the delay and the difficulty, you are inadvertently building a wall between your soul and my provision. You are magnifying the problem until it looks larger than the one who created the universe. Complaining does not change your circumstances. It only changes your perspective until you become blind to the very exits I have opened for you. It keeps you circling the same mountain in the wilderness, repeating lessons you were meant to graduate from long ago. I want to lead you out of the desert, but I cannot do so as long as your heart is anchored in the language of defeat. Think of your words as seeds that you are constantly planting into the atmosphere of your life. Every time you speak of your exhaustion, your poverty, or your loneliness with a spirit of bitterness, you are watering the very weeds that are trying to choke out your destiny. I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing, and the power to choose is in your tongue. I know it is hard to speak of abundance when you see only scarcity, and it is difficult to speak of healing when your body is in pain. But this is the secret of the chosen one. You do not speak based on what you see. You speak based on what I have promised. When you complain, you are agreeing with the enemy's report of your life. You are giving him permission to stay in your territory because you are speaking his language. I'm calling you to a higher standard of speech. I want you to learn the power of a holy silence, to zip it when the urge to grumble arises. Do not dig up the seeds of your miracle with negative words, just as they are beginning to take root in the spiritual realm. Your words have the power to create or destroy, to heal or to wound, and most importantly, to invite me in or to push my presence away. I remember my children in the desert, for whom I parted the sea and rained bread from heaven, yet many perished in the wilderness because their hearts were full of grumbling. They were so focused on the onions of Egypt that they could not taste the honey of the promised land. They allowed the temporary discomfort of the journey to blind them to the eternal glory of the destination. I do not want this for you. I want you to enter into the fullness of everything I have prepared for your life. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the prison of complaining. It is the spiritual accelerator that moves you from the season of testing into the season of testimony. Even now, in the middle of your mess, there is something to be thankful for. Radical gratitude is not about being happy for the pain. It is about being thankful for the God who is bigger than the pain. When you start to thank me for the breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, and the strength to keep going, you are shifting the frequency of your soul. You are aligning yourself with the abundance of heaven rather than the lack of the earth. I can do more with a grateful heart in a prison cell than I can with a complaining heart in a palace. Gratitude opens my hands while complaining closes them. I am challenging you today to make a covenant with your mouth. When the enemy whispers, "Look at how much you've lost," I want you to shout back, "Look at how much God has kept for me." When the voice of doubt says, "It's taking too long," respond with, "God's timing is perfect, and my breakthrough is on the way." This shift in your vocabulary will cause a shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. You will begin to notice the small tokens for good that I am leaving in your path, the unexpected kindness of a stranger, a moment of unexplainable peace, or an idea that sparks a new hope. These are the signs of the harvest to come. As you practice the discipline of gratitude, you will find that the mountain that seems so high begins to look like a small hill. The giants that terrified you will start to look like grasshoppers. I am looking for a people who will praise me in the hallway until I open the door. Be that person. Let your praise be your weapon and your gratitude be your song. The trap of complaining is being broken off your life right now, and a new mantle of joy is being placed upon you. Remember, my precious one, that your reaction to the pressure often determines the duration of the test. When you choose to yield your frustration to me and replace it with a heart of thanksgiving, you are proving that you are ready for the weight of the blessing I am about to bestow. I am training you to be a victor, not a victim. A victim complains about the wind. A victor adjusts the sails. Your gratitude is the adjustment that will catch the wind of my spirit and propel you into your destiny. Stop looking at what is missing and start looking at what is coming. I am already in your tomorrow, arranging the provision, opening the doors, and preparing the people you will meet. Trust me, thank me, and watch how quickly the scenery of your life begins to change. The more you praise me for what I am doing, even before you see it, the faster the manifestation will arrive. You are breaking the cycle of the wilderness today. No more murmuring, no more doubt. Just a heart overflowing with the expectation of my goodness. You have often wondered why the resistance in your life feels so personal, so relentless, and so disproportionate to the mistakes you have made. I want to lift the veil for a moment so you can see the truth. You're not fighting against flesh and blood, nor are you merely experiencing bad luck. You are a target of the kingdom of darkness because of the sheer intensity of the light I have deposited within you. The enemy does not waste his arrows on those who are sleeping or those who pose no threat to his reign of shadows. He attacks you because he saw your star rising long before you realized you were even in the sky. He is jealous of the intimacy we share, jealous of the calling on your life, and terrified of the moment you truly wake up to who you are in me. Every obstacle, every sudden setback, and every whisper of "you're not good enough" is a desperate attempt to keep you from stepping into the authority I have given you. You are a threat to the strongholds of darkness just by existing, and your chosen status has made you a marked soul in the spiritual realm. I have seen how the enemy uses the people closest to you to try and quench your fire. He knows that a stranger's insult might sting, but a loved one's betrayal can paralyze. He uses the jealousy of others to create a climate of isolation around you, hoping that if he can make you feel lonely enough, you will eventually trade your calling for a sense of belonging. But I am here to tell you that the very things that make you too much for the world are the things that make you just right for my purpose. The darkness cannot comprehend the light, so it tries to extinguish it. Do not be surprised by the fiery trials as if something strange were happening to you. They are the evidence of your worth. The pressure you are feeling is not a sign that you are failing. It is the evidence that you are being polished. I am using the very attacks of the enemy to refine you, turning what was meant for your destruction into a tool for your elevation. You are being forged into a diamond. A diamond can only be formed under immense pressure and heat. If you are beginning to understand why the battle has been so fierce, do not remain silent in the face of this revelation. If you believe that I am your shield and that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, let this truth settle into your spirit like an unbreakable seal. Stand inwardly, even if your body feels tired. Stand in your identity. Feel the shift in the atmosphere as your fear loosens its grip. The enemy trembles when a child of God realizes their true identity and refuses to back down. You are moving from a victim of circumstance to a victor in Christ, and I will water this awakening with my grace until it becomes your normal. I want you to realize that I have made you fireproof through these seasons of struggle. Every time you chose to trust me when you couldn't see me, every time you chose to forgive when it was undeserved, and every time you stayed on your knees when you wanted to give up, you were being tempered like steel. The enemy thought he was breaking you, but he was actually strengthening your spirit. He thought he was burying you, but he was only planting you. I have seen your endurance, and I am telling you today, his time is up. The thief who has been trying to steal your joy, your peace, and your purpose has been found out. I am the commander of the heavenly hosts, and I have dispatched my angels to stand guard over you and your household. You are surrounded by a wall of fire that the enemy cannot cross. The jealousy of the darkness may be real, but it is nothing compared to the power of my love and the authority of my word. My child, stop trying to fight spiritual battles with natural weapons. You cannot think your way out of a spiritual attack, but you can praise your way through it. When you feel the weight of the enemy's jealousy pressing in, lift your voice in worship. When the whispers of doubt become a roar, speak my promises out loud. I have given you the keys to the kingdom, and whatever you bind on earth is bound in heaven. I am training your hands for war and your fingers for battle, not so you can live in a state of constant conflict, but so you can walk in a state of constant victory. The unseen enemy is already defeated. His only power over you is the power you give him through your fear and your agreement with his lies. Today we are breaking that agreement. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You are not alone. You are backed by the entire host of heaven. The shadows are retreating because you are stepping into the fullness of your light. This refining process is nearing its completion. The dross is being burned away, and what remains is a reflection of my own glory. I am looking into the crucible of your life, and I am finally starting to see my own face in you. This is why the enemy is so desperate. He sees me in you. He sees the authority you carry. He sees the lives you are destined to touch and the chains you are destined to break. Stand tall, my precious one. The very fire that the enemy intended to use to consume you is the fire I am using to make you unshakable. You are emerging from this hidden season with a character that cannot be compromised and a power that cannot be denied. The world will soon see what I have been doing in the secret place. They will see the diamond that was formed in the dark, and they will know that it was my hand that sustained you, my love that protected you, and my power that brought you through. Listen closely to my heart, for I am the great architect of your soul, the potter who has molded your every curve, and the author who has written your every chapter. There is a promise I have etched into the very fabric of eternity, a promise that stands as a fortress when the world around you crumbles. I have said that when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Notice, my beloved, that I did not say if, but when. I know that this life brings seasons of deep, surging waters that threaten to pull you under. I know the feeling of the cold current tugging at your ankles, trying to sweep you away from the ground I have given you to stand on. But hear my voice over the roar of the waves you are passing through. You are not meant to drown in these waters. You are simply traversing them. I am the bridge beneath your feet and the hand that holds your head above the tide. The water may be deep and the surface may be choppy, but because I am with you, the depth is merely a place for you to witness my buoyancy. You will not sink, for my grace is the life vest that cannot fail. And when you face the rivers, those moments when the pressure of life flows with a violent, redirected force, they shall not overwhelm you. A river is water in motion, representing the rapid changes, and the unexpected surges of stress that have been hitting your household. I have seen the way you have struggled to keep your footing as the rivers of debt, health concerns, and family strife have rushed against you. You have felt the panic rise in your chest, wondering if this is the moment you finally lose your grip. But I am your anchor rooted in the bedrock of heaven. The current may be strong, but my love is stronger. I am directing the flow of those very rivers to wash away the debris that was cluttering your path. What you perceived as a flood intended to destroy you is actually a divine cleansing, removing the old to make room for the new. You are standing on the rock that is higher than any tide, and the waters must obey the boundaries I have set for them. They can splash against you, but they cannot sweep you away. If you believe in this promise of divine protection, if you feel the truth of my word vibrating in your spirit right now, do not let this moment of revelation pass in silence. Seal this word in your heart as an act of holy agreement. Let your spirit whisper Amen where no one else can hear it, and let the promise of Isaiah 43:2 settle over your home like a mantle. As you acknowledge me, I am acknowledging you before the angels, and I am strengthening the hedge of protection around your house. Your agreement is the key that locks the door against the storm and opens the windows of heaven's peace. Do not hesitate. Receive what I have spoken as law. Now consider the fire. I have promised that when you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you. You have been in the furnace lately, haven't you? You have felt the heat of the trial, the scorching breath of gossip, and the burning sensation of loss. But look at yourself. The fire is raging, yet your spirit remains intact. I am the fourth man in the fire with you. Just as I walked with my children in the ancient furnace, I am walking beside you in the heat of your modern struggle. The fire is not there to turn you to ash. It is there to turn you to gold. It is burning off the ropes that tied your hands. It is melting away the limitations that others placed upon you. When you emerge from this season, you will not even smell like smoke. The world will wonder how you survived such intense heat with a smile on your face and a song in your heart. They will see that you are fireproof because you are draped in the mantle of my presence. The flames may dance around you, but they have no authority to touch the essence of who I created you to be. I am the potter, and you are the clay. Every trial, every water, and every fire is a tool in my hands to shape you into a vessel that can hold the new wine I am preparing to pour. A vessel that has not been through the fire is fragile and cannot hold the weight of the blessing. But you are being tempered. You are being made strong. You are being made ready for the much that I have promised to those who are faithful in the little. Your endurance in this season is your entrance exam for the next. I have seen your patience. I have seen your persistence. And I have seen your unwavering gaze upon me, even when your eyes were stinging from the smoke. You have passed the test of discouragement. You have remained anchored when the winds tried to tear you away. Now watch as I begin to still the waters. Watch as the fire begins to cool, leaving behind a version of you that is radiant, unshakable, and filled with a power you never knew you possessed. You are not behind, my child. You are being built. You are not breaking, you are becoming. The promise is not just for your survival. It is for your arrival at the destination I have set for you. Every wave was a step, every river was a path, and every flame was a light leading you closer to my heart. Rest in the assurance that I am exactly where I said I would be, right here, right now, and in every tomorrow you will ever face. The elements of this world have no power over the one who is hidden in me. You are covered by the blood, sealed by the Spirit, and held by the Father. The storm is passing, but my promise remains forever. Stand firm, anchored in the truth that I am your God. and I will never let you go. My precious child, lean in closely, for the atmosphere around you is beginning to vibrate with the frequency of change. You have been in a long season of waiting, a season where it felt like the clock had stopped and the heavens were made of brass. But I am telling you now, the gears of my divine providence have begun to turn with a new momentum. Within the next 24 hours, a spiritual shift will occur in the realm of the unseen that will begin to manifest in your physical world. This is not the end of your journey, but it is the beginning of the suddenly. You will notice a subtle but undeniable lightness in your spirit, a lifting of the heavy cloud that has sat upon your shoulders for months. Do not dismiss the sudden feeling of peace that washes over you while you are doing the most mundane tasks. That peace is my signature, a divine signal that I have taken command of the situation that has been causing you so much sleeplessness. I am moving people you haven't spoken to in years to think of you. In this coming window of time, do not be surprised if you receive a message, a phone call, or an unexpected random encounter that feels like a piece of a puzzle falling into place. These are not coincidences. They are the breadcrumbs of my favor. I am whispering your name into the ears of those who have the power to help you, those who hold the keys to the doors you've been knocking on. You may see a sequence of numbers that catches your eye, perhaps 777 or 1111, or you might hear a song that carries a specific word of comfort you needed. These are my tokens for good small miracles, meant to sustain your faith until the full harvest arrives. Pay attention to the still small voice within you. I will give you a prompting, an idea, or a sudden clarity about a problem that has seemed unsolvable. The fog is thinning, and the path is being revealed. This shift is not just happening around you, it is happening within you. I am recalibrating your heart to receive the level of blessing that your previous self could not have handled. In the next 24 hours, I am removing the spirit of heaviness and replacing it with a garment of praise. You will find yourself breathing easier, as if a literal weight has been lifted from your chest. This is because I am going ahead of you into your tomorrow to smooth out the rough places. I am touching the hearts of your creditors, I am softening the stance of your critics, and I am opening the eyes of those who have undervalued you. The resistance you felt yesterday is beginning to crumble. You don't need to push or strive in this window. You simply need to remain in a posture of radical expectation. Expect my goodness. Expect my intervention. Expect the unexpected. As you notice these small shifts, I want you to anchor your heart in the knowledge that I am the God of the breakthrough. The enemy would love for you to miss these signs, to remain focused on the lack and the delay. But I am calling you to look up. The shift is a transition from the waiting room to the throne room. You have been patient and you have endured the silence with a grace that has moved my heart. Now the silence is being broken by the sound of keys turning in locks. You may not see the whole staircase yet, but you will see the first step illuminated with a clarity you haven't had in years. This shift is the answer to the prayers you offered up in tears months ago, prayers you thought I had forgotten. I never forget a single word spoken in faith. I was simply waiting for the perfect alignment of your character and my timing. That alignment is happening now. Trust the process, even the parts that seem small or insignificant. Every detail is being orchestrated for your good. The shift has begun. Walk in the confidence that you are exactly where you need to be to receive what I am about to release. I have seen you sitting at your kitchen table, the dim light reflecting off the bills that seem to multiply, while your resources seem to wither. I have watched the way your breath hitches when you check your bank balance. And I have felt the cold knot of anxiety that tightens in your stomach when the end of the month arrives before the end of the money. You have wondered if I am truly aware of your earthly needs, or if I am only concerned with the state of your soul. my precious child. I am the creator of all things, and the silver and the gold belong to me. I am not indifferent to your struggle for survival. I have seen the sacrifices you've made, the meals you've skipped, and the dreams you've deferred just to keep your head above water. I know the spirit of lack has tried to convince you that you will always be behind, always struggling, and always barely getting by. But today, I am speaking a word of release over your finances. I am breaking the cycle of not enough and leading you into the season of more than enough. You must understand that your job is not your source. I am your source. Your employer is merely a channel I have used, but I have thousands of other channels at my disposal. I have seen you work with integrity even when you were underpaid and undervalued. I have seen you give from your poverty, and that seed has not gone unnoticed in the courts of heaven. My word says that I will supply all your needs according to my riches and glory, not according to the state of the economy or the limitations of your paycheck. I am the God who fed 5,000 with a few loaves and fish, and I am the same God who will multiply what is in your hands right now. I am shifting you from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of stewardship. I am not just giving you a fish. I am teaching you how to walk in the flow of divine provision. The doors that have been slammed in your face are being replaced by gates of opportunity that no man can shut. If you believe that I am your provider, and if you are ready to witness the windows of heaven opening over your household, do not keep this faith hidden. I am inviting you to join this family of believers who trust in my abundance. This is your moment to align your actions with your expectations. I am moving right now to bring about sudden rise in your material world. I am placing ideas in your mind, creative solutions, business strategies, and inventions that will create new streams of income. I am moving on the hearts of people who owe you money to pay you back. I am arranging for unexpected refunds and the cancellation of ancient debts and favor with supervisors that will lead to promotions you didn't even apply for. This restoration is not just for your comfort. It is so that you can be a blessing to others. I am making you a channel, not a reservoir. As you prove faithful with the little I am about to release, I will entrust you with much. Do not be afraid of the how. The how is my business. Your business is to remain in a state of radical gratitude. Start thanking me for the provision before it hits your account. Start praising me for the surplus while the bills are still on the table. This is the faith that moves my hand. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of this blessing. Real blessings are heavy and require strong shoulders and a solid character. If I gave you the mountain of gold today, it might crush you if your heart wasn't aligned with my purpose. This is why the process has taken time. I have been strengthening your character muscles in the season of lack, so that when the season of plenty arrives, you will not lose your way. You have passed the test of faithfulness in the lean years. You have shown me that you will trust me even when the cupboards are bare. Now get ready for the shift. The drought is over. I am raining down my favor upon the work of your hands. You will lend and not borrow. You will be the head and not the tail. The spirit of poverty is being evicted from your lineage, and a legacy of generational wealth and generosity is being established through you. Rest today in the absolute certainty that I have seen your needs, and I have already dispatched the supply. It may not come in the way you expect, but it will come exactly when you need it. I am the God of the 11th hour, and I am never late. Your bread and water are sure, and your future is secure in my hands. Stop stressing over the numbers and start resting in my names, one of which is Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who will provide. The shift in your finances is not a maybe. It is a must, because I have decreed it. Look up, my child, for your redemption is drawing near, and your storehouses are about to be filled with the goodness of your God. The struggle is ending, and the season of surplus has begun. I have seen the silence that hangs heavy in your hallways and the unspoken words that sit like stones between you and the ones you love. I have watched the tears you shed over the dinner table when a chair was empty, or worse, when it was filled by someone who felt 1,000 miles away. I know the sting of the cold shoulder, the burn of the harsh argument, and the hollow ache of a relationship that is withered into resentment. You have wondered if the walls of your home would ever echo with laughter again, or if you were destined to live in a house of walking shadows. My precious one, I am the great reconciler, and I am moving into your living room right now. I am touching the hearts of those who have hardened themselves against you, and I am melting the ice of pride that has frozen your most cherished connections. I am the God of the second chance, and I am initiating a season of divine restoration within your family. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It is the highest form of spiritual strength. I know they hurt you deeply, and I know the scars are still tender to the touch. But I am asking you to yield your right to bitterness so that I can take up the cause of your peace. When you release the grudge, you are not letting them off the hook. You are letting yourself out of the prison. I am the one who can turn a heart of stone into a heart of flesh. I am breathing a spirit of humility into your household, causing scales to fall from eyes so that they can finally see the value of the treasure they have in you. You have been the intercessor for your family, the one standing in the gap when everything was falling apart. Your prayers have not been in vain. I have bottled every tear you cried for your children, your spouse, and your parents. The harvest of those prayers is beginning to ripen, and you will see the fruit of reconciliation appearing in places you thought were dead and barren. There is a moment I have been watching, and it is closer than you think. You will be standing in the kitchen doing something ordinary, and your heart will feel that familiar ache because even in a full room, you can feel alone. Then, without warning, a message will come through. Not a long speech, not a perfect apology, just a simple reach across the distance. Something like, "Are you okay? Or can we talk?" And you will feel your breath catch because you will realize it is not random. It is me softening what you could not soften. Or it will happen at the table when the usual silence tries to settle in again, and someone who has been guarded will finally say one honest sentence, quiet, unpolished, but real. And in that small opening, I will step in. I will give you the wisdom to answer with gentleness instead of a wound. I will teach you how to speak without fighting and how to listen without defending. This is how I rebuild what was broken, not always with thunder, but often with one humble sentence that changes the direction of a home. If you believe that I am mending the broken threads of your family right now, if you are ready to see my peace take up residence in your home, do not remain silent. This is a moment of holy agreement. Take a slow, steady breath and let your shoulders drop, because I am the one governing what you could not control. Let your spirit come into alignment with heaven's order and whisper even under your breath, "If you must peace to my home." Let those words settle like an oil upon your mind, sealing the doorway of your heart against old arguments, old scripts, and old storms. As you declare this, feel the tension leaving your neck and the heaviness lifting from your chest. You are not just speaking a sentence. You are placing a decree over your bloodline. I am honoring your faith, and I am dispatching angels of peace to stand guard at your door. The atmosphere of your home is shifting from conflict to comfort because you have chosen to agree with me. I am transforming your home into a sanctuary, a place of rest where the world cannot penetrate. I am healing the generational wounds that have been passed down like a dark inheritance. The cycles of anger, the patterns of abandonment, and the habits of manipulation are being broken off your family tree today. In their place, I am planting seeds of kindness, patience, and unconditional love. I am restoring the communication that was lost, giving you the words to speak that will heal rather than wound. you will see a softening in the eyes of those who once looked at you with judgment. You will hear a new tone of voice from those who were once sharp and critical. I am bringing back the joy of your youth and the sweetness of companionship. Your home will no longer be a place you want to escape from, but a place where you find your deepest refreshment. Rest in the knowledge that your family is protected by the blood of Jesus. I have placed a hedge of protection around your loved ones that no weapon of the enemy can cross. Even those who are currently far away, those who have wandered into the far country of rebellion, I am drawing them back with cords of love that cannot be broken. I am the God who leaves the 99 to find the one, and I am bringing your ones back to the fold. Stop stressing over the dynamics you cannot control and trust the master weaver to finish the tapestry. I am making everything beautiful in its time, and your family's story is not ending in heartbreak. It is ending in a glorious reunion. The peace that surpasses all understanding is yours today. Receive it, breathe it in, and watch as I turn your house into a home again. My warrior, the horizon is changing before your very eyes, and the scent of rain is finally in the air. You have walked through a desert so vast and so dry that you had almost forgotten the sound of running water. But look back at the path behind you. You are no longer where you started. Every step you took in the sand, every mile you walked, while your feet were blistered and your heart was heavy, was a step toward the person you were always meant to become. I have seen your courage when you had every reason to turn back. I have seen your persistence when the voices of doubt screamed that you were wandering in circles. But I tell you today, you were never lost. You were being aligned. You were being prepared for the weight of the harvest that is now beginning to manifest. The desert was not a graveyard for your dreams. It was the womb where your true strength was born. I am lifting you up from the dust and setting your feet on a broad, prosperous land where the soil is rich and the sun is kind. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of a blessing so large that your previous self would have been crushed by its magnitude. Real, enduring blessings require strong shoulders and a character forged in the fire. You have faced difficulties and solved problems that would have broken others, and in doing so, you have shown me your faithfulness in the little things. You have passed the discouragement test, refusing to let the delay turn into a denial of my goodness. Now the season of preparation is giving way to the season of manifestation. I am opening doors that no man can shut and clearing paths that were once blocked by the debris of your past. You are not behind. You are perfectly on time. Everything you have been through, the pain, the waiting, the silent endurance, is being redeemed and turned into a crown of glory. I did not bring you this far to leave you. I brought you this far to launch you into your destiny. If you feel the strength of a lion rising in your spirit right now, if you know in your soul that your season of victory has arrived, do not keep this fire contained. Instead of letting the pressure of this transition weaken you, I want you to turn it into power. Pressure is necessary to soar to the levels I have destined for you. I don't give big assignments to small people, and the fact that you have felt so much resistance is the greatest compliment I can pay to the calling on your life. You are a victor, not a victim. The inner victim who wanted to complain and give up is being buried today, and the victor is rising with a double portion of my spirit. Radical gratitude is now your primary weapon. Use it to transform every remaining struggle into a stepping stone. Your scars are no longer marks of shame. They are your credentials, the proof that you have been to the front lines and survived. You are stronger than you think, wiser than you know, and more loved than you can imagine. I am with you as you take these final steps out of the wilderness and into the abundance of my will. The waiting room was a construction site, and I have finished the work in your heart. You are now a vessel of honor, fit for the Master's use. The drought is over, and the first drops of a torrential outpouring of favor are hitting your life. Stand tall, keep your eyes fixed on me, and do not look back at the shadows you have left behind. Your best days are not behind you. They are unfolding right here in this very moment. I am the God who makes all things new, and I am making a new way for you today. The season of blessing has not just begun, it is here, it is now, and it belongs to you, because you are mine. My child, take a deep breath and settle into the absolute stillness of my presence. I want you to speak these words with me, not just with your lips, but with the very core of your immortal soul. Let these words resonate within you as an iron seal that no thief can ever break and no shadow can ever dim. Say these words aloud if you can, or whisper them into the silence of your heart where I dwell. I am a child of the living God, the Most High, the Alpha and the Omega. I am not forgotten by my Creator. I am not forsaken by my Father, and I am not defeated by this world. The architect of the universe has written my name in the book of life, and his hand is an unshakable shield upon my path. I declare today that every chain of lack is shattered, every shadow of doubt is evaporated, and every spirit of heaviness is replaced by a garment of praise. I am the clay, and I yield to the potter's hand. I am fireproof through the furnace, I am water walking through the storm, and I am favored beyond human understanding. I release the ghosts of my past, and I embrace the brilliant destiny that was prepared for me before the foundations of the earth were laid. I am standing on the rock that does not shake, and I am covered by the blood that never loses its power. Continue to repeat after me, letting my authority become your authority for you. Carry my breath in your lungs. I speak to the mountains of debt and delay in my life, and I command them to be cast into the sea. I speak to the rivers of stress that have tried to overwhelm my house, and I command them to be still. I declare that my storehouses are filling from unexpected places. My health is being restored to the strength of my youth, and my home is becoming a sanctuary of divine peace. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment is silenced by the truth of my Father's unconditional love. I am moving out of the wilderness of survival and into the land of promise and surplus. I am a chosen one, a royal priesthood, and I carry a light that the darkness can never comprehend or extinguish. I am forgiven for every mistake, I am healed from every trauma, and I am finally truly free. I trust in my Father's perfect timing, and I know that my breakthrough is not just a hope, it is a reality manifesting in this very second. I surrender my worries to the one who holds the stars, and I rest in the certainty that all things are working together for my ultimate good. My season of tears has ended. My season of triumph has begun. And now, my child, let me make this personal, so you understand how my provision often arrives. There will be a day very soon when you open your phone with that familiar dread, expecting the same numbers, the same pressure, the same not enough. And then you will see something that was not there before, an unexpected deposit, a refund. You forgot you were owed a message that says the payment has been processed, or a fee that was waived without you begging for it. It may look small to the world, but to your spirit, it will feel like breath returning to your lungs because you will recognize my signature in it. Or you will receive a call, not dramatic, not loud, just a simple opportunity. A client returning a door that opens with one sentence and suddenly the weight on your chest lifts. I will teach you to notice the quiet miracles, the timing, the favor, the way I make provision find you when you stop striving and start trusting. And in that moment, you will remember this prayer, and you will know I did not speak comfort to you, I spoke covenant over you. Now, my beloved, seal this prayer with the finality of heaven itself. This is the sacred moment where the spiritual becomes physical, where your faith crosses the threshold into sight. I want you to lock this blessing into your life so that no enemy can steal the seed I have planted in your heart today. Do not let this atmosphere shift without leaving your mark upon the gates of eternity. Seal this prophecy now and forever. The seal is set. The angels are dispatched with your provision, and my word is returning to me accomplished. You are mine, you are protected, and you are invincible in the power of my love. My beloved child, look ahead of you now. Can you see the light pouring through the threshold? The door you have been weeping in front of for so long is no longer locked. It is swinging wide on the hinges of my grace. This is not just the end of a video. It is the end of a long, painful chapter and the glorious beginning of a new volume in your life. I have watched you grow in the silence, and I have seen your roots go deep into my love during the drought. Now the season of growth in the dark is over, and it is time for you to flourish in the light. The door that opens before you today leads to a land of rest, a land of provision, and a land where my favor is as constant as the rising sun. You are stepping into a reality that your mind can barely fathom, but your spirit has always known was coming. This is the moment you were trained for. Do not be afraid to step through. The ground on the other side is holy, and it has been prepared specifically for your feet. As you move forward into this new day, do not rush to leave the stillness we have shared here. Let your heart slowly digest the peace I have poured into you today. I have so much more to tell you, so many more secrets of the kingdom to reveal. But for now, let this comfort settle into your bones. I am not a distant God who speaks once and disappears. I am your constant companion, your eternal Father, and the breath in your lungs. I will still be with you when you turn off this device, when you walk into your kitchen, and when you lay your head down to sleep tonight. My silence was never abandonment. It was the quiet of a father watching his child learn to walk. Now that you are standing strong, I am leading you by the hand into the fullness of your inheritance. This is just the first of many doors I will open for you. Trust me, lean into me, and watch as the impossible becomes your daily bread. Before you go, I want you to make one final act of faith to activate the miracles that have been released in this hour. This is the moment of final activation. Press the like button now as a quiet seal your yes in the natural that echoes in the unseen. Then, in the comments, type something short but sacred. Type "IT is done" or 7-7, and let it be your single step across the threshold. Do not over-explain it. Do not try to prove it. Just plant the seed and let heaven water it. And do not keep this light trapped inside your own life. Share this message with someone who has been stuck in their own wilderness. When you share it, you are not just sending a video, you are extending a doorway. What you release in love, I will return in overflow. As you bless them with this truth, I will multiply the blessings in your own life. Go forth now with your head held high and your heart full of my peace. The chains are gone, the debt is paid, the sickness is fleeing, and the door is open. You are my chosen one, and your light will now shine so brightly that the world will have no choice but to see my glory in you. I love you with an everlasting love, and I am already working in your tomorrow. Rest, rejoice, and receive, for the Master of the universe is on your side. It is finished. It is done. It is yours.